Get some water, stay cool, because we have the heat index that is still over the century mark at this point. Heat indices, generally speaking, about 99 to 105. At times today, we had 105, 106, so certainly some hot stuff out there. And we do have a severe thunderstorm watch going on. Now, this overrides the excessive heat warning that we'll talk a little bit more about coming up. But what I want to show you is that there's really nothing going on in the immediate northeast Ohio area. We did have some thunderstorms earlier out toward Ashtabula County, but a lot of the action so far has been here in southern Canada and in southern Michigan. These are some pretty potent storms, and you can see all of this incredible amount of lightning going on. Notice that with the general mean wind flow in the atmosphere, we have a westerly flow, and that would bring these thunderstorms east, but they come over Lake Erie, and Lake Erie has a calming influence on these storms for this particular day, and that should help us out quite a bit. But you can see how we had a few of these little storms that tried to pop up here in Ashtabula County, and we have a lot of energy to work with. This is why any of these thunderstorms that go up will have a lot of lightning. We have a measure of the atmospheric energy called the convective available potential energy, CAPE. It's basically the juju of the atmosphere. It's the buoyancy in the atmosphere, and it just allows all those little air parcels to rise, and that's why we have a lot of lightning that's coming in these storms. So hour by hour here through the evening, you can see we do have a chance for some storms, specifically east. Otherwise, it's just hot and muggy. By midnight, temperatures about 80 degrees, and believe it or not, we stay at 80 degrees tonight. Matt, this is some seriously hot weather that we are dealing with, and meteorologist Matt Wintz out on the back deck to have more on that.
Yeah, Betsy, you were talking about those storms obviously out over the lake. I've actually seen the skies kind of darken up as a shadow from those towering thunderclouds is starting to pour across the lake. So if you're in the greater Cleveland area, you'll be able to see that. But yeah, this heat's pretty impressive. Atmospherically, you can feel it. It's pretty interesting to actually just feel how thick it is and know how hard it is to get this hot this time of year. But we've got that excessive heat warning because this heat's going to continue tonight on through Saturday evening. That's when I think we'll start to see that heat relax just a little bit. But the big problem with this, normally you can kind of reset things at night. We don't get that reset tonight. There's not going to be any relief as the heat indices as we go throughout the evening hours, as you're out and about across northern Ohio, we're still going to feel like the mid 90s here this evening, and then overnight trying to go to sleep to a comfortable 87 degrees or so. That's what it's going to feel like outside. No relief tonight, and then we're right back at it tomorrow. So we talk heat all the time, obviously, and a lot of people thinking I can deal with the heat, but here's why we stress this so much. Because weather-related fatalities last year, heat was the #1 killer. 10-year average, it's #1 on the list, and the 30-year average, it's #1. So heat we need to take even more seriously than tornadoes, perhaps, given the problems that occur from that. So make sure you take it seriously out there and stay hydrated and stay in the AC. All right, we'll tell you some ways to keep cool across northern Ohio. We'll send it over to Tiffany Tarpley, who's in Broadview Heights.
Hi, Matt. This is the obvious, right? We're at the splash pad. I'm not even fully soaked, but it feels good. Definitely here by this water. A few sprinkles out here. But you can see families are out here really enjoying themselves. Of course, there are pools, but we have a list of even more. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. It's a summer staple no matter how hot the weather. But today and tomorrow, you might want to eat it faster than usual. You can also head to the movies. Of course, all sorts of good ones to see this weekend, including the highly anticipated The Lion King. Or you can get a good book and spend a few hours at the library. Don't forget the malls either. A good brisk walk, maybe some good old-fashioned retail therapy in those nicely air-conditioned shops. And remember, the Cleveland Museum of Art is free. They are open until 9 o'clock tonight and until 5 on the weekend. So we also have several cities out there that have their cooling centers. Ways for you to stay cool. We've posted that information on WKYC.com.